Check. 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Hey everybody, welcome to Improve Guitar. John here, and I'm excited for another video today. We are going to be talking about how to tune our guitars when we don't have a tuner. And that's important because sometimes if you're just starting, maybe you watched our last video, 6 things to know before you pick up a guitar, and you borrowed a guitar and you don't have a tuner. You're like, great, now what? Or maybe you have a tuner, but the battery died, and you're like, geez, now what? Or who knows? But for some reason, you have a guitar and you don't have a tuner. So what do you do to get in tune? We're just going to walk you through that real quick today, and it'll be fun and easy. So what we need to do is figure out what notes each string needs to be. There's 6 strings on your standard guitar. Some fancy guitars have 7. Some super fancy guitars have 12. But your standard guitar will have 6 strings. Pretty straightforward. And this week I was looking for tips and tricks on tuning without tuners, and it seems like everyone on the internet knew this saying on how to memorize your string notes, except for me. I never knew it. Felt like a rookie, but that's okay, because I'm always learning, right? It's part of what we do here on YouTube. We just learn. And it was simply this. The names of the strings, the easy way to remember them is to remember the saying that Eddie ate dynamite. I don't recommend that. So Eddie ate dynamite, and then goodbye Eddie. And the first letter of each of those words is the names of your strings. So this top string here is the first Eddie. Eddie. E, Eddie. Second is A, 8. Eddie 8. The third one is D, right there. Dynamite. The fourth one, good. G, good. Bye, right there. The fifth one. And then the last one is E again, Eddie. So this first Eddie and this second Eddie sound different. They're just octaves apart on the scale. So if you're looking at a piano key, it has sets of white keys and black keys, and has a whole bunch of them. So an octave is a C over here, and then the next time you hit the same note, C over here, or in this case an E, and then you play E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. So that next E, it'll just be higher or lower. So that's all how that works. So yeah, that's the names of our strings, and the only other thing we really need to know before we tune is how do you make the strings sound different? So these over here, on a 6-string guitar, you will have 6 of these, and these are called tuners. That's what I call them. People call them tuning pegs. People call them machine heads. People call them tuning keys. All sorts of things. But these are our tuners. And basically what they do is they tighten. You turn them. They tighten or they loosen your strings. And when they're tighter, the pitch of the string goes higher. So I'll show you that on our A string. So tighten. See how it goes? Like that. Or if you loosen them, I'll do it on the D string, it goes lower. I don't know. That was terrible sounding. But you kind of hear it going down. Like that. That was a little exaggerated. Whatever. Hopefully you understand. You get that point. So I went ahead and untuned these ones. I will untune our Goodbye Eddie also. Good. Out of tune. Bye. Out of tune. Eddie. Out of tune. So what we're going to do is we're going to get you into tune to one of your strings. So we're going to start with the E string, the top Eddie up here. We'll strum that. This one I know is in tune. I tuned my guitar before, so we'll get you in the right tune. So that's going to be an E. So just listen to that and turn your peg tighter or looser until it sounds the same as this note. And I'll keep playing it a little. And if I move on before you get it, just hit pause or go back 10 seconds or whatever. And just take your time on this until it gets pretty close to that. So our E is in tune. If you're not there yet, hit pause, go back, do it, and just get as close as you can get it so it sounds the same. One trick and tip is to make it sound a little bit lower than that. So loosen it a little so it's a little lower and come up to it. So it's just kind of easier to hear it as it kind of goes and it gets up there like that. So that's kind of how I recommend doing it. And if you're loosening it to get to the right place, sometimes it doesn't hold tune as much. So go a little bit lower and then back up to that. So the next thing we do is we need to get our A. And you saw me kind of detune everything, so it's not right. So let's show you what that sounds like if you play a G. Maybe this is a G2, but a G without tuned guitar. Here's what it sounds like. Oh, bad. And that's exaggerated, of course, than normal. Normally all your strings aren't out of tune, just a couple, but So we know this E is right, so we're going to count 5 frets. 1, these metal pieces right here, those are called frets, so we're going to count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A lot of times the 5th fret will have a dot right here or a dot up here. And then we're going to hit our E string. We're going to push real hard on it to get a clear note like this. And that just so happens to be the next note we need to get on our A string. So Eddie 8. This is the 8. So we strum the top string, and then we strum the next one. Those are supposed to sound the same. That's how you know you're in tune. So we will. We'll follow this string to see where it goes, and that goes to the 2nd tuning peg, and we'll mess with that a little bit. So we'll adjust it, and we'll go back to here. 5th fret on the E string. Ooh, sounds like we're too high. Oh, we're getting closer, right? Hey, there it is. So I'll lower it a little, then I'll go back up to tighten it. See, that sounds the same now? So the way I check to see if it sounds the same, I'll just play the top, then the bottom. Pretty close. Then I'll play the bottom, then the top. They sound pretty close to me. And remember, this way is not your exact tuning. Like a tuner will be more precise. But this will get you right in the ballpark to where your stuff will sound good. Okay, cool. So our Eddie 8. So our E and our A are in the right place. Good job. So what's next? Eddie 8 Dynamite. So our D. So we're going to go on the A string, count 5 frets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play that note. And that's going to be our D. That's what we're in our next string to sound like. So play the top, then the bottom. Ooh, we're off. So it sounds like to me it needs to go higher. So I'll tighten it. Closer, but we are not there yet. I think we're close. There we go. And we got it. Perfect. So if you notice, I've known how to do this a long time, and I still kind of just fumble around with it. I think I got it, then I realized, like, oh man, I'm off. I'm way off. I know right now these two strings are in tune, so there's nothing to panic about. There's no There's no rush, no reason to get frustrated. Just let's take our time. If it's taking a while and you get frustrated, just hit pause and go do something else for a while. Come back, and we'll keep tuning. So now we have our top 3 strings, E, A, D, all in tune. So we're good. Okay, next we're going to be tuning our G string. So we get to our D string, the 3rd string down. Remember the saying, Eddie ate dynamite, 3rd string, 5th fret. And that's our G note for our next string. See how close we are? Ooh. Yikes. Not very close, so we'll follow the G string all the way to here. And that is where our G is, and that sounded like we needed to tighten it. So we'll make it tighter so the pitch goes higher. We'll tighten it a bit, and we'll check again. Remember the 5th fret on the D. Closer, much closer. Not quite there yet, though. Little higher. Sounds pretty good to me. Let's see. Sounds like we're right there. Perfect. All right, so now we have our E, A, D, G. Remember, if you're lagging behind at all, that's no problem. Just trying to make this concise. Push pause, get yours right where you need to be, and then push play again with the next string. The next string is a little trickier than normal. So we've been normally going to the 5th fret, but our next string is a little bit different. So we're gonna go on our G string to our 4th fret. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's gonna give us our B note for bye. Goodbye. Goodbye, Eddie. See how close we are. Ooh. Not too close. Follow that string to this tuning peg here. I'm going to loosen it. We'll try again. 4th fret on the G string. Ooh, I nailed it. Got lucky. Sometimes we get lucky. That note is perfect for our G, for our D string. Nope, wrong again. For our B string. And lastly, we'll need to tune our E, our high E, the very thinnest string, the one that's going to cut your fingers the most. And we're going to go back on the B string. We're going to go back to the 5th fret here, the one with the dot. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's the E note we're looking for. We're not there, so we got to adjust it. Go tighter or looser and see where you go on yours. Perfect. So that is my note right here. We are now in tune, and if you notice, you have 2 E's, so they will be the same note, just different octaves. If we hear, they'll sound the same. And we'll strum a chord to see if it sounds good now. Look at that. Perfect. We are ready to go. We are tuned. Take your time, practice this. It'll get faster and faster as you go. Your ear will hear it sooner and sooner. But that is how we tune without a tuner. Now, I had my E string, my first E string, the top one up here, right here. I had that one tuned already, so our guitar is in perfect tune. So if that's not tuned already for you, what you can do is you can get it somewhere close that sounds about right to you, and then you tune all your strings to that string the same way. So the 5th fret for your A, the 5th fret for your D, 5th fret for your G, 4th fret for your B, 5th fret for your E, and your guitar will be in tune to itself. So you might not sound the same if you're playing with another musician, say like a piano player or another guitar player or something. But you'll be in tune. If you're playing by yourself, you'll still be able to play and sing songs or do whatever. So it'll work. But if you have another guitar player or if you have a piano player, you can ask them, hey, can you play me an E note? And you can tune to the piano the very similar way. So guys, I hope that's helpful to you. If that is not helpful at all, let me know. I want to know what is helpful to you, what is beneficial to you. I'm here to make your guitar playing easier and more fun. So just let me know in the comments if there's something that's unclear or something I could explain better, or if you loved it, or yeah, just let me know. Very small channel right now, so I got time to talk to you. I'd love to say hello. If you like what we're doing here, hit like, subscribe. We'll have more stuff coming hopefully every week, couple videos a week, and we'll bring you along, and let's learn how to play guitar together. All right, guys, have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video. See ya.